Hey guys, it's Mandy here, and I have an important question. Are you guys feeling stressed? Because I sure am. 2024 has started very hectic for me. I have a lot of things going on. I'm not going to get into detail here, but there's a lot on my plate. So, to cope with all that nonsense, I choose to play some video games, more preferably some relaxing video games because that's how I cope. And I know a lot of you cope the same way, so in this video, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite relaxing games that I just love to unwind with. Now, first on this list is Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Now, Mario vs. Donkey Kong is actually a remake of the original GBA title, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. The game has updated graphics, music, and post-game content. It's a very experimental type of Mario game, kind of like Captain Toad in a way. And if you know me, I love Captain Toad. But Mario vs. Donkey Kong is a bit different on how they tackle the puzzles. Now, the story is nothing to hit home about. It's a typical Mario story, but it's kind of funny if you really think about it. So essentially, the story is that Mario owns a toy factory that manufactures mini Marios, and to add to the weirdness, Donkey Kong watches one of the advertisements for these toys, and he's obsessed with them. So much so that he decides to rob all of them from the factory. So the premise of this game is really funny, and I love it because it makes no sense in universe, but there it is. Donkey Kong is confirmed to be obsessed with Mario wind-up toys, apparently. Now, in this remake, the game has two settings that you could alter. You could play the classic way or the casual style way. Now, if you know me, you would know that I love options in games because while most of you might not really get why people will play casual mode because it's too easy, there are people out there who just want to enjoy the games and not be hoggled with difficulty. That's why I don't gel well with the whole get good mindset. And I love how more recent games are changing up the difficulty to be more dynamic, like in Final Fantasy Rebirth. That is pretty cool. Anyways, sorry for the little tangent. I just wanted to get my point across how options are the best in video games. But that's just my own opinion. Make of that what you will. Overall, Mario vs. Donkey Kong is a really relaxing puzzle-solving game, and I really appreciate it, especially nowadays when there's a lot of RPGs out there and a lot of story-rich, heavy games, which I'm not opposed to. I love all that. But I kind of need a break, and that's where Mario vs. Donkey Kong comes in clutch if I just want to relax and de-stress. Now on to the second game, and that is Kirby's Return to Dreamland. So, hi! That's my Kirby impression. I love Kirby games. They're literally just very heartwarming adventures. They're not necessarily hard, but they're really addicting and very relaxing. Now, this is another remake for the Switch. The original was from the Wii, minus the Deluxe subtitle, of course. Now, the reason why it's so relaxing, first of all, it's Kirby. Look at how adorable this little Poyo boy is. He is so cute. Even though he could be like an eldritch nightmare if you really think about it too much. But if you don't, he's a cute little innocent puffball boy. But jokes aside, the real reason why it's a relaxing game is because the world is very colorful, it's charming, and it's a very simple platformer. As for the story, it is simple and charming. Kirby games are like Mario games. Like, the story doesn't really matter in a way. So the story goes, Kirby and his allies help this alien friend called Mandyleeplays to help fix his spaceship so he could go back to his home planet. And you have to go to different worlds to gather these parts to help Mandyleeplays fix his ship. The game has a variety of levels, enemies, and puzzles, but they are not difficult or stressful. Unless you're like me, because I tend to play with eyes closed and I'm not the best at platforming, but I still found this game really enjoyable. This game also has new and old copy abilities. Some of them are really cute, like the ninja. Oh my god, that's adorable. And also returning for this game, like in every other Kirby game, my homie, Wispy Woods. Oh my god. I love Wispy Woods so much. I'm his fangirl. Also, this game has a new epilogue mode called Mandyleeplays Epilogue that adds more context to the story and lets you play as Mandyleeplays. Also new to this edition is Merry Magaland, where you could play 11 mini games that originate from a bunch of other Kirby games. Kirby's Return to Dreamland is a game that offers a lot of content without compensating how fun the game is. Next game on this list is actually one that I really love, and I poured a ton of hours into it, and that is Dragon Quest Builders 2. I have over 200 hours in that game. Yeah, to say this game is addicting is an understatement. I was hooked from day one. It's one of those games where I just came home and want to turn my brain off and just play. And there are random moments where I just randomly play the game because it's just a very relaxing experience. I'm currently building like a mega mansion in that game, and I love to work on it when I need to de-stress. Now, a lot of people might look at the game and see Minecraft, and I wouldn't blame them because Dragon Quest Builders is kind of their version of Minecraft, and this game does boast a story mode as well. Now, the story is okay for a builders type game. So you basically team up with your homie Marov. Now, you and Marov work together to defeat this monster who really does not like builders, so he doesn't allow building. So it's your task to rebuild the island and restore building and builders to their former glory. It's a very simple story, but it gets the point across, and it highlights the mechanic of this game, which is building. And being creative on how you build things is rewarded. Like, you could build a room that's very cozy, or one that's very chic or cheeky. I didn't know cheeky was an aesthetic, but here we are. It's one of those games where you could just pick up where you left off, and it just feels very natural and relaxing. I highly recommend this game, and it does go on sale often, so if you're looking for a nice building game, then Dragon Quest Builders 2 is probably up your alley. Now is Link's Awakening. And yes, it's another remake. Yeah, you can see a trend here. Maybe I should just change it to remakes that are relaxing. Now, Link's Awakening is a truly faithful remake of the original Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. Now, the graphics were a bit contentious when it was announced. It has this toy-like graphic style, which I do love, but honestly speaking, I was hesitant about it in the beginning, but ever since then, I did turn around, and I really do love and appreciate the toy-like graphics. It's very, very cute, and it fits so well with Link's Awakening and its story. And also, this is a stranded island story. I don't know why, but I really like stories about stranded islands and stuff. I don't know, that just piques my interest for some reason. So for the story, we have Link, who's washed up from I don't know where, and depending the theory that you have, he came from Majora's Mask or is coming from Ocarina of Time, timeline stuff. But for this story alone, it's very isolated, and Link washes up into this island and meets the locals, makes friends with them, but he has to find a way back to Hyrule. And that's where the dungeon hopping and all that good stuff come into play. And it's very isolated. It doesn't have anything to do with Hyrule or Zoros or Gorons or anything like that. It has a whole new cast of characters, a guy that looks like Mario, and a lot of Mario assets in there too. It was a weird experimental game. I love Nintendo when they're experimenting. That's when they're on their peak. Just saying. And it's one of the more approachable Zelda games for newcomers because it's not that long and the puzzles are not that hard. And another thing that gets me relaxed is the island feel. That's why I love Mario Sunshine and Ys 8 because of the island themes. Now, I'm from Florida, so the tropical vibes are just my thing. Also, the music is very, very good. It's the perfect ambiance of nice gaming music mixed in with its original music that makes for a very soothing and relaxing time. I've noticed that a lot of relaxing games for me does come down to the music very heavily. So if the music is really bad, I don't tend to relax, but if it's really good, it adds so much to my experience when it comes to gaming. So that's what I look for in a lot of my relaxing games, is a lot of good music. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. No one wants to listen to bad music for hours on end. And for Link's Awakening, whether you're a Zelda fan or not, is a perfect 2D Zelda experience. Next on this list is a recent game, and that is Another Code Recollection. Now this is another remake that originally came out for the DS, but now it's on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I probably know what you guys are gonna say. Another Code is another remake. There's a lot of games from olden times. I'm not that old. There's a lot of games from previous consoles that really took that niche of relaxing. So we're getting a lot of games that are very chill and relaxing. I love to see it. Anyways though, it is a remake of the DS game. Now the first one is called Another Code, and the second is called Another Code R: Journey into Memories. The game follows Ashley, a teenage girl who has lost her parents due to them being connected entrusted to a project that involves memories. In the first game, Ashley receives a mysterious letter said to be by her father, who she thought was dead. Wanting to know if it's indeed her father or somebody else, Ashley travels to a place called Blood Edwards Island and starts to uncover the island's dark past. In the second game, Another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, Ashley travels to Lake Juliet to learn more about her mother's death and her father's research. Although this game is a mystery game, it is very low-key and not that hard to play. The game gives you the optional guide and a hint system on where you should go next and what clues you might have missed. Now, this being a remake, the graphics got an overhaul for the Switch and it has a bunch of quality of life features as well. As for the gameplay, it's mostly puzzles, but all in all, it's a very chill experience and that's why I put it on the list. It's very relaxing. Even though there's mysteries and story and stuff, it's not overloaded with a bunch of other stuff. It feels like you are really going on this journey with Ashley and discovering the mysteries of her father and mother. It's nothing too complex or hectic. It's very simple and I love it. And if you want to see if this game suits you, there is a demo available on the eShop. Next on this list is Yoshi's Crafted World. Oh, he's so cute. I love Yoshi's Crafted World, though I kind of like Woolly World better, but that's just preference. Crafted World is also a fantastic and relaxing game. This game uses a lot of creative ways to construct the levels, where it's a lot of arts and crafts stuff that really utilize the foreground, background, and the whole Crafted World aesthetic. And it's just so adorable and wholesome. It really warms my heart, which when I play, I feel like those feelings take me to a more simpler time of games where I just came home from school, picked up whatever console I had and just played it. And that's what I want to feel sometimes, especially as an adult now with adulting stuff. Taking the time to play a game that gives you that nostalgia is very needed. Though I will add that chasing nostalgia on its own can be kind of a counterproductive thing because you're supposed to look to the future, but with some aspects, especially gaming, playing for nostalgia's sake is not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually pretty comforting and relaxing. And you also have to find the adorable Poochie pups. If you thought Poochie was cute, look at the Poochie pups. They're even cuter. Oh my god. You can't be sad around freaking Poochie pups. They're so cute. And all this on top of its cozy, very simple aesthetic makes for a very relaxing experience, which honestly makes you smile from ear to ear. Now on to the next game, and that is Lego Star Wars. Now I do want to add that I love building Legos, like actual Legos. You can see Piranha Plant here. So I'm really in love with Legos, but let me just tell you, Lego games are the best, especially Lego Star Wars. It includes the Legos that I love with the game that I love and puts them together. And honestly, I wish there was more Lego games. So basically, Lego takes a very popular franchise, like in this case Star Wars, and makes the whole story into Lego versions and adds their own humor. So I put this on this list because while it does offer the relaxing experience, the Lego games do it in a more funny approach. And the best medicine for stress or sadness or anything like that is laughter. And I find myself laughing a lot in Lego games. Now, the Lego Skywalker Saga comes with all of the previous Lego Star Wars games and plus the new Skywalker trilogy. Now, that's a lot of content, and honestly, I'm not finished with it. I'm on the third movie, so it's gonna take me some time to complete it, but every time I boot it up, it's always a fun time. So that is the end of my video. If you guys enjoyed, then please hit that like button. It would really help. I don't know about you, but 2024 is shaping up to be a very rough intro into the year. Hopefully things get better for me, and if you're going through something, hopefully things get better for you as well. And if you have any relaxing games, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear them, and you could probably help somebody else, or I could discover more relaxing games to experience. There's no rules to it, just let me know which game you find relaxing. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, then please subscribe. I would appreciate it. If you like RPG content or even list content like this one, then this channel is probably the best place for you. I hope you guys have a very fantastic day, relax, and as always, play a good game.
Peace, peace.